Hey everybody, welcome to this special session of Sit With Me, STEAM Intuitive Therapy, also known as Soul Transforming Energy and Movement Intuitive Therapy with me, your favorite intuitive guide and energy shifting dancer, Amina Hextall Suma. And I'm sure you're like, what is all this? But y'all know me, I'm going to break it down. We are going to get grounded and today, this session is going to change everything for you. It's going to be life transforming. Today's session is all about staying grounded and balanced as a light worker, as an empath, as an indigo child, as a rainbow child, a star seed, and all of the different energies that we have walking on this planet that are here to serve humanity. Now, the difficult thing comes in when you've been exerting energy to support humanity's elevation. But a lot of times, we are not shown how to release this energy. And it can become overwhelming. It can become a lot. It's what I call when the healer forgets to heal. We tend to focus so much on being of service. What else can we do? What have we not done yet? What can we do now? What can we do in the future? What did we not do in the past that now we must do in the present? And we're like so wrapped up in how we can assist and help that sometimes we can forget to help ourselves. So, some of the side effects of being in service to humanity, and today you're going to learn how to reboot, recharge, revamp your vibration, all that good stuff. Ground your emotions, get back into mental peace of mind. But there are some side effects when you don't know how. And these side effects can sometimes make you very, very, very ill. If you are experiencing a lot of fatigue, sometimes it's not just that you're not getting enough sleep, although for most of us that is the case. It could also be you're carrying someone else's energy and their memories and their experiences in your vibration. This can cause yours to be drained. If you have a client or a friend or a family member who's constantly only wanting to come around, only wanting to share with you when there's something negative happening to them, well, that's how you start to feel drained. If you notice that people come, they sit, they talk to you, or they love to be around you when they're at their lowest, and then when they're feeling great after being around you, you're feeling at your lowest now. Those people can sometimes be intentional and unintentional energy vampires, where they may or may not even realize that they are getting their energetic boost through your vibration. And it's difficult to decipher between, those that are intentionally doing it and those who are not. You want to extend your love to everyone because that's what we are. We're unconditional lovers. But at the same time, we have to unconditionally love ourselves in order to be able to be healthy enough to help others. So, and that's healthy enough to help others help themselves. Don't ever get it twisted and think that your job is to change someone's life. Your job is to show someone how to change their life. You know what I'm saying? It's like leading a thirsty horse to water. You can't force it to drink. And that's another thing that we may deal with, is blaming ourselves when the changes that we intend for clients, friends, family, loved ones to experience does not happen. Then we start to look at ourselves and say, am I doing something wrong? Did I do something wrong? What am I doing wrong? And a lot of the times, it's not you. It's the fact that you can lead, but you can't force. And this is why the objective is to teach and mentor and show those that are thirsty how to quench their thirst. But you can't force them to do the work that's necessary to have their thirst quenched. You can't force them to drink. You can't force them to savor it when they drink it. You can't force them to be in gratitude for what they've been given and shown. You can't force them to maintain this relationship with the water that they're drinking. All you can do is show them the path, guide them along it even, show them the end goal even, some of you, but you can't force them to do the work to get there. So sometimes we carry that. We have to learn to let it go. Also, a lot of times we take our loved ones and clients' experiences into our own energy without realizing we're doing it. And what happens is you start to feel a heaviness. You start to feel like you're carrying the weight of the world. That's when you are starting to get what I call, and I say this, okay, this is not like a scientific or a healer's term, but I call it the Jesus complex. And why I say that is when you start to feel like it is your mission to save lives. And when you take on a mission like that, it can be a very depressing journey ahead for you. Why? Because even Jesus had to learn that he could not save everyone. And when you take on, I say, a negative form of the Jesus complex, you start to think it's your mission and within your power to save people. That's where the trouble and pain comes in for you. Because, one, you might start to force people. When you start to force people, they start to resent you. Why? For one, they're already feeling a sort of way because your presence for them is a magnifying glass on what they need to work on, what they need to heal. So they're already in your presence feeling a little like, oh. Now, when you are in a negative aspect of this complex, you start to feel like without you, this person will go astray. If they don't listen to exactly what you're telling them to do, they will never be able to heal. If they, even for a second, stop doing what you're guiding them to do, you have failed or they have failed. And when you get into that energy, not only do you feel heavy, but you also start to feel depressed. And that depression is because you have deemed yourself as the savior of the world. And that is not a light worker. When you turn on a light in a room, that light is lighting up the room. Now, if somebody's in a far off corner, they might not receive that light. Doesn't mean the light's not there, doesn't mean the light's not on. It just means that at that time, this person's dealing with shadows. Because that light being on and them being in a darker corner is going to put some shadows up. Now this person over there is dealing with facing their shadows. But those that are in direct contact with the light may have a whole different experience. And then there may be some who have their eyes closed because the light is just too much. For those people, they believe they're in the dark, even with the light on them. And there's a comfort there. All that is to say is the light worker is meant to be that light bulb in whatever room, space, wherever it's placed. But they're not meant to force everybody to see it. They're not meant to force everybody to turn to it for vision to be able to see. No, it's meant to be felt. Because even in the darkest corner, if that light is there, that energy is felt. Even with your eyes closed trying to stay in the dark, you feel that energy. We are meant to be a light, not a savior. You don't turn on a light and it starts to strain trying to reach the far corners of the universe. No, it just is a light. And that, my dear light workers, is one of our most important lessons to learn. When I first started on my journey, I had the Jesus complex. And I don't want to say Jesus, maybe it's the Christ complex, where you just feel like you are you're meant to be a savior of humanity. You're meant to not guide people, you're meant to get them to follow your plan in the same path that you took to enlightenment. And if they're not doing it, then in some way, shape, or form, you messed up, or they're all messed up and they just can't be helped. It took me some time and growth. I am now 47. Let me stop. I'm now 47 years old. I'll be 48 next year. Hopefully many of you just said, you don't look like it. Age doesn't have a look, it's a feel. But anyway, it took me at least 20 years of my journey to realize I was meant to teach and guide, not literally force people to accept my medicine. You know, I had to learn that there were many different ways that people could heal and elevate, and not just the way that I went, you know. But my duty was to show you the way I went, the way I used. And along that way, the techniques that manifested from my journey. And if they resonate with you, then so be it, use them. If not, then maybe I'm not the guide for you. And if not, maybe we're meant to do some other work together. But in no way, shape, or form means that I failed. And in no way, shape, or form does it mean that this person can never reach a certain level of spiritual enlightenment. So with that said, I want to clear the space. I'm sitting sideways because I am very tall, and I'm afraid that if I face forward, but let me see. I don't want my long legs. Okay, there we go. I wasn't sure if I would still fit into the camera frame. Not to mention, I have not sat in this position in a long time because it would bother my ankles a lot to feel them pressing into the floor. But today it seems to be all right. So anyway, what I want to do is, I have these tools here now. These are my crystals that I was drawn to today. I have pink quartz, I have amethyst, I have my first crystal that was given to me as a gift, my quartz crystal here, and I have a little bit of black obsidian. And all of them serve their purpose. I have the pink quartz to keep an energy of love and kindness around. The amethyst is there for the crown chakra activation and connecting to the divine, as well as peace of mind. I have my black obsidian there to repel any negative energy, because when you're on social media platforms, you never know who's going to be checking in. And my clear quartz is there so that we will definitely be ready to receive with clarity any of the messages that come through today. I have different elements of sound around me because today's Pick a Power reading is going to require you to listen as well as look at the card in order to select your pal. For some of you, you may be visual. For many of you, you may be clairaudient. Maybe you hear, and that's how you get your downloads or your messages. Some of you, like I said, may be clairvoyant, where you have to see it and then you get your messages. There's many different ways you can receive, but today we're using sight and sound. So I have my quartz crystal sound bowl here. I have my rain or ocean maker. I have my Tibetan, mini-sized Tibetan bowl. I have my angel bells. And I also have my hand drum. Okay? Before we even get to that, I want to show you guys 5 different ways that you can heal in order to ground and reboot as a light worker. Now, in the pick-a-pal part of this session, you will see chopped up samples of each. However, if after you do the pick-a-pal, you feel like you want to go through the 5 rituals in full, please join me in the second video that will say part 2 to, what am I naming this? Finding balance as a light worker, releasing and grounding. You'll know, whatever the title of this video is, you'll see part 2, and it will say the 5 healing techniques for grounding or rituals for grounding as a light worker. You'll know which one it is. It'll be the one that's posted right after this one, okay? So for now, enjoy examples of the 5 healing techniques, and hopefully they will become rituals for you as well one day. Take a deep breath in with your mouth. And out. Breathe in. And out. We are doing what I call a combination of the S.T.E.A.M routine and the hand mudra dance. For this hand mudra dance I'm using is to reboot your energy. The S.T.E.A.M routine is meant to, first movement is a walk, because what you're doing, 2, 3, you have to make sure you are spreading this energy. So you don't want to be stagnant and stuck in one space. You want to make sure that the energy is flowing all around you. So we're doing 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, other way. 1, 2, 3, other way. Swing your arms naturally as you would as if you're walking down the street. 1, 2. Now when you turn around, you just let them both open. 1, 2, 3, open. 1, 2, and it's always going to be the leg leading in the direction you're going. Did for you exactly what it was intended to do, which was to either ground you to the energy of the earth or elevate your energy to connect also with the energy of the light all around you and above you. And if you did both, then you did a complete activation, clearing. You should feel completely in alignment with source energy right now. And if you do give thanks, remember to always stop and go, thank you for that. Hey everybody, welcome to the pick a card portion of this session for finding balance as a light worker and empath, helping you to learn how to release and recharge. This part of the session is really going to reveal to you who you are as a light worker. I'm going to ask questions to let you know why people are attracted to you, what you're meant to do to help them, what are your gifts, your main gifts, and what is really uplifting about you to other people. Is that it? Let me make sure. Oh no, I got more questions back here. How can you tell your energy when your energy is drained so you know when to reboot? And also you're going to learn what will recharge your energy instantly. Okay? This session is meant to really, really help light workers that have been feeling under the weather, low energy, low vibe, and maybe even a little bit questioning or unaware fully of what they are meant to be doing at this time. Okay? So know that missions can change, energy can shift. So this reading, take it for present energy. Okay? So what we're going to do, I know you're probably like, I am all breathed out. I'm so breathed out. I know I'm grounded. But if you actually left this video to go do the 5 healing rituals in the other video where you see them fully and not just sliced up, you need to reground so that you can sit, settle your energy, really take this all in. And even if you didn't, your mind may be now like overflowing with all these thoughts about the 5 healing rituals. So I want you to regroup your energy so you're honed in here on the messages you're about to receive here. So we're going to take 4 deep grounding breaths at the sound of the Tibetan bowl. Okay? Take a deep breath in through your mouth now. Close your eyes. Exhale through your mouth. Take another deep breath in through your mouth. And out through your mouth. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. And out through your mouth. Releasing, letting go of anything that may still be sitting in your vibration that you don't want there anymore. Taking one more deep breath, taking in light, love, wonderful, pleasant energy, thoughts, dreams, desires, and exhale through your mouth. Feeling calm, feeling at ease, feeling open to receive these messages that I truly believe are going to help you today moving forward on your mission as a light worker. So we have 5 piles here. Yes, 5. So I would not be surprised if you're drawn to more than 1 pile. It's not my usual 3. However, if you are honing in on just 1, that is perfectly fine as well. I would say don't choose any more than 2, you know. But it's really important that you have 1 that is your main focus. Now, the different thing about these piles today is that each one is also represented by a sound healing instrument that I use. So I'm going to first show you the pictures of each card so that you can see if you are more clairvoyant, where the visual is what you're drawn to. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to let you hear the sound for each of these piles if you're more clairaudient, where sound is how you are able to more clearly choose which pile works for you. Okay? So, let me check something. Sorry about my squeaky chair, guys. All right, hopefully this is full screen recording everything. All right, so we have Pal 1, which is represented by the Purna Hridaya Mudra, open heart. Pal 2, to inner sense, Ishvara Mudra. We have Pal number 3 with the Hamsi Mudra for lightness. We have manifesting with the Ganesha Mudra. And Pal 5 actually has 2 here. This is actually not a mudra, it's an element of space, ether element. And that's interesting, it's the number 5 for Pal 5. But this is the Sumukha Mudra for balance. Okay, and I'll be right back with the sounds for each of these piles. And once you've selected, I'll be back with pile number 1. So whether you were drawn here to pile number 1, welcome, by the card or by the sound, doesn't really matter. Just welcome to your session. So the card I read last to you oops, can you see it? Pile 1 is the sound of the angel bells. Okay. And you have open heart. So let's get right into the questions that I had today. First off, let's see what attracts people to you. And I mean that as a light worker, not in like an intimate sort of way sexually or, as a light worker. What about your energy? Well, you seem to be very healthy. Focus on your health, wellness, active, radiant nourishment. They are attracted to you by your light. You seem to be so healthy, so radiant, so full of energy, and people who feel like they need assistance in that area will find themselves drawn to you. Or even if they don't need assistance in that area, maybe spirit will drive them towards you because you're meant to do work together in some way. Especially people who need energy boosts, who've been feeling really out of it or neglecting themselves when it comes to their self-care, will be drawn to you. You have perfect timing, auspicious clockwork, planning, and patience. So you will find people who are struggling with being patient, people who feel like they are always falling into misfortune, who feel like their lives are in a disarray, who need some what's the word I'm looking for? Some order in their lives, will be drawn to you. Perhaps you give people the energy that you have everything planned out perfectly. Your life just seems to be very balanced and in order, and everything just seems to fall into place at the right time. Yeah. So let's see, how are you meant to help these people? Drifter.
experiencing life as it comes. You are meant to help these people to do exactly that. Experience life as it comes, to live in the present, to not project into the future, which can give you a feeling of not having enough time, of being impatient because you're so busy projecting further ahead. And it could also cause you to neglect yourself in the present because you're so busy either worrying about the past or worrying about the future. You are meant to help them to be in the present and to know when something no longer serves them and have no problem drifting, going with the flow, seeing where life will take them. That helps build patience. It helps you be in alignment with divine timing. And it also does well with your health and wellness. Because it's not that you're not being active. It's not that you're just floating. You're drifting. You're allowing the flow to carry you. But at the same time, as you drift, wherever you anchor, wherever you land, wherever you maybe move into a different energy, there's activity, there's things that you have to do, things that will take place. And then you'll continue to drift in whatever direction the flow is taking you after that. However, you help them to let go of trying to be in so much control of things, to let down the guard that they don't realize is a guard of resistance, and allow things to flow. So you do bring an ease to people. They feel like you really care about their well-being, and that makes them really listen to what it is you are sharing with them. So let's see, what are your 3 main sacred gifts as a light worker? Heck, I feel like I said that with a New York accent to the fullest. As a light worker. Anyway, okay. So you have resoluteness, determination, no compromises, unwavering focus, inner resolve, integrity, a test of character, and self-examination. So one of your main gifts is really sticking to your guns, really having the ability to focus on a goal, focus on what it is you want in life, and going after it, and not losing yourself in the process. People see you go through different transitions in life, and they still see you as being you, and not becoming someone else, if you know what I mean by that. Some people, and I've learned this through teaching and mentoring people, some people can lose themselves in the process, start to either take on the behaviors or the actions and activities of the person rather than owning who they truly are and allowing the magic to work through them in a way it's meant to. And people see as being able to still stay true to you. For that reason, you get a lot of people trust you. You have the corners of the mouth. Nourishment, health. It's a lot with your health. Maybe you offer fitness in some way, or maybe you should think about it. Well-being, providing for others, creating balance, nurturing the body, mind, and spirit. One of your main gifts is really helping people get healthy, get their entire mind, body, spirit, emotions, everything in alignment, balanced, and so that they're able to have an aspect of feeling nourished and well-being in their energy. I do feel like you help people create balance in their lives in some way. Maybe you get a lot of people who have addictions and you're able to help them to know when they're doing too much. Like I even see the word excess here. So maybe you can show people where they're doing a little too much in a certain area and how to balance it. And you also have approach. Advancing, a warm reception, prosperous conditions, increased influence, hopefulness, lightening up, and arrival. So another one of your gifts is that you know how to influence others by living your best life. So as people see you making moves that are advancing you in the world, and seeing that your prosperity is always seems to always be there, even if you feel like it's not, you give people hope. So one of your gifts is really that you are able to influence people by living a prosperous life, by constantly upgrading yourself, not getting stuck and complacent and thinking you've done it all or you know it all, but actually letting people see you actively increasing what you know and where you want to go in life. You're an inspiration, is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's move this over here. So, what's uplifting about you to others? Non-action, slow down, not yet. Look at that with the timing. Frozen for a time. So the first thing I'm hearing is what's uplifting about you to others is that they feel like you give them hope that it's not too late. Maybe you're at an age where some people would think, oh, it's too late for me to do this. It's too late for me to improve my health. It's too late for me to go after certain goals. But what's uplifting about you is that you can stop. You can slow down. You can not take action. You know when it's perfect timing to make moves towards certain things and when you need to sit and pull your energy back. And what that does is it's uplifting to those who feel like time is not on their side. And they see you and they say, but look at so-and-so. Look at Power One. They have been pretty much just living their life. They're not pushing to advance. But when the time is right, they know when to take action. They know when it's time to advance, time to learn something new. Okay, time to upgrade. Maybe return to their teacher, their mentor, get more information. Maybe find a new one. Okay. And you're often someone I'm also hearing who encourages people to slow down, to know that it's okay to rest, to know that that's a part of health and wellness, is knowing when to rest and recharge. All right. So how can you tell when your energy is drained? 10 of water, fulfillment. Well, when you're not feeling emotionally overjoyed and like fulfilled by what it is you're doing, that's a number one sign for you. Because your usual state should be one of feeling fulfilled, happy about what you're doing, feeling good, especially emotionally. We have the 9 of Earth, accumulation reversed. So when you are not content with what you are receiving for what you do, when you feel like your fruits are not growing or you're not accumulating the prosperity that you desire, when you don't feel financially secure, that can also cause you to have a feeling of being drained. And you have 8 of fire, insight. When there's too much coming in, maybe you're getting a lot of messages from people. Maybe a lot of people want you to do this, do that, do this, do that. People who are not in alignment with perfect timing. People who don't know that you are someone who needs to take moments of non-action can make you feel drained, even though it's like it could feel great and exciting in the moment, but you have to be in alignment with people who have insight, people who can feel, who can see when too much is too much, when things are moving too fast. That can be draining for you. And that's when you know you're feeling drained, when you feel like, oh my God, I want to cut off the world. Okay. So last but not least, we come to your card you selected. And this card is to show you what will recharge your energy instantly. So you have the hand mudra, open heart. And this mudra is pretty much a simple one. I've done it before. I used to have it as a part of my hand mudra dance. Okay. This is the hand mudra for open heart. So it vibrates to the element of air. And it does give me a feeling of throat chakra. You need to speak or communicate from the heart. You need to breathe. Deep breathing will also help you recharge your energy instantly. But I also hear really speaking from the heart, not holding things in. So it assists you with expansiveness, compassion, and self-acceptance. It directs breath and awareness to the chest, ribs, and back area. It directs energy to the thymus gland to assist the immune system. It releases muscular tension from shoulders and upper back center, and it opens the spiritual heart. All you have to do is interlace the fingers inward with palms facing down. Extend the thumbs downward to touch at their tips, making a heart shape. Relax your shoulders down and lengthen the spine. So pretty much you're like holding this symbol in front of you, almost like in front of your heart. And your focus as you do this is, I open my infinite heart and embrace my true nature. I open my infinite heart and embrace my true nature. I open my infinite heart and embrace my true nature. Okay, that would be the position more so. And that's what I got for you, Lightworker Pal 1. I hope that this message resonated with you. I hope that it not only uplifted you, but it also gave you clarity where you needed it. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel. That's very important that you join this tribe. It helps the readings become more accurate towards you, and it also helps me in continuing to do my work here. Remember to read the description so you can see the other platforms you can find me on, as well as find some of the workshops I may have coming up. And on that note, I'm sending you so much light and love, peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of this light tribe. And I'll be back with Pal 2. See ya. Hey Pal 2, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the sound of the Tibetan bowl, and or this card for the Ishvara. I can't say this without it tongue-tying me. Please forgive me, y'all. Ishvara Mudra for inner sense. This card is read last, so it will be sitting here throughout your read. And let's jump right in. So first, let's see what attracts people to you. And that is in a spiritual way. Why do people want to be in your energy or work with you at all? Wow, the power of prayer. Surrender, believe, affirm, and release. So people are drawn to the fact that you are very much a prayer warrior. They are attracted to the fact that you have and are able to surrender to a higher power, to believe in a higher power. You have the ability to affirm. And people that find that they doubt or resist any connection to the divine or the Most High will be drawn to you, because you are like a living artifact that shows there is a higher power, even if that higher power just exists within. You also have Jophiel. That's an archangel coming through for you with the color pink, which may be a great color for you to wear when you want to be around other people and draw their energy in. So people are also attracted to your compassion, the way you care for yourself, self-care, simplification, and beauty. You are just someone who takes care of yourself, and it shows. There's a beauty about you that is very simple. Nothing like where you might not even feel like, you know, like people use those terms like exotic and all that crap. You are a natural beauty. There's something about your heart that shines through to the outer, and you just look beautiful. You're just beautiful. I also see that affirmations are around you. So many people feel that your confidence is attractive and want to be in the energy of someone who thinks highly of themselves because they may have a shame of self. They may be overly self-critical. They may be somebody who puts all their energy into other people, like a caretaker, rather than putting energy into themselves. And you make them feel that it's okay. It's okay. You can have compassion for others and still care for yourself, you know? So you may give even some people angelic energy, and that's another thing that draws them to you. All right. So let's see. How are you meant to help these people? People that are drawn to you. Winter's dream, gestation period. You are meant to help them go through that period where they feel like things in their life are not moving, where they feel like things in their life are frozen or stuck or stagnant, and maybe they are feeling like they need prayer. They feel like they can't find that sense of the divine in their life anywhere. You are meant to help them through this time period that they don't realize is a time for huge transformation, a time for hibernation, where you are meant to rest and reboot yourself, your energy. So you're meant to help them to take the time where things seem like they're not moving to really focus on themselves, to really begin to surrender to the changes, the cycles, the seasons of their life and make them work for them. All right, so let's see. What are your three main sacred gifts? Let me take a sip of my tea. Okay. So first you have inner truth. That's interesting to get inner sense. You're drawn to inner sense and you get inner truth as one of your sacred gifts. So your pile is very synchronized. The wisdom of the heart. These are your sacred gifts. Wow. Insight, clarity, purity, intuitive knowing, consciousness, and penetrating illusion. You are able to see through the veil to what really is. These are your gifts. You are able to see and honor your truth. The wisdom of your heart based off of experiences you've gone through. For one, you're able to give others clarity because you found clarity. And when you don't feel clear, you tap into your intuitive knowing. If you didn't know this about yourself, maybe you should jump into a course where it helps you to activate that aspect of your gifts. You also have the cauldron. Inner alchemy, a lot of inner work you've done and are doing, my twos. Mastery, spiritual renewal, consecrate, contain, rejuvenation, which is a lot with gestation period, discerning wisdom. Wow, you have wisdom of the heart and discerning wisdom. There's something about you being able to take all of your experiences, everything you've gone through, and to use them, like use a kind of inner alchemy to turn them into wisdom, to also really master being able to spiritually renew. Maybe where you've gone through stuff that might have made you feel detached or disconnected from the divine. Being able to to renew that connection, being able to rejuvenate yourself when maybe you felt beat down by things you've had to go through. This is a sacred gift to be able to rejuvenate, because rejuvenation gives you perseverance and resilience. And spiritually being able to renew makes your power of prayer so heard, because you're not ever fully disconnected from source. There's something you've mastered spiritually that keeps you connected even when you feel a disconnect. You are a prayer warrior, my twos. And you've done a lot of inner work, or you are doing a lot of inner work currently, that is why you are radiating in this angelic energy and very connected to the archangels. The clinging. So your third sacred gift is, now look, we have here penetrating illusion, and then you have fire and illumination. It's like you are able to just see through and shine a light on what is true. Your inspiration, devotion, and all-consuming passion, regeneration. Wow, you got rejuvenation, gestation period, regeneration, spirituality, virtue, and enlightenment. You may be somebody who feels like you age backwards, or like whenever you feel down and out, you have ways to recharge. If you don't know this about yourself, you do. For many of you, it could be dance. Some of you, it could be burning a candle. For the majority of you, it will be prayer work, meditation as well. But pretty much prayer and meditation are on the same wavelength of being able to be still and focus your energy in a certain direction. Now, wow, you're heavy on rejuvenating. So yeah, you are meant to help people to revive themselves, to reconnect, to rejuvenate, to reboot, to recharge. You also are enlightened when it comes to spiritual work. Even if you may be in a religion that closes you out to being open to other religions and other beliefs, there's some kind of work you do within the belief system you follow that has you highly enlightened, and you stay very virtuous and devoted to what you believe. And for that reason, Source has no choice but to bless you. It's like you're blessed with an extra special connection to Source energy that's always there for you. It's truly, in a sense, being one with Source energy. So many of you drawn here may also be people who believe that Source exists within only as your higher self, and that's fine too. All right, so what's uplifting about you to others? The manifesting power of gratitude, the law of praise. Are y'all serious? Gratitude is dreaming. People are uplifted by your praise, your ability to praise. Maybe many of you that chose this power go to church. Many of you maybe dance, do liturgical dancing. You just display someone who is always in an energy of being grateful, always praising the Most High or Source. Yeah, there's just something about you that uplifts people because you're always in a vibration of being grateful and thankful. And when people are in that energy, you get more and more things to be grateful and thankful for, which makes your manifestation power amazing. And so pretty much they're uplifted by your ability to manifest through your gratitude. How much, no matter what goes through to you, how much you still praise your ancestors, praise your spirit guides, praise the Most High. Wow, my pal. Twos. All right. So let's take a look and see, how can you tell when your energy is drained? We have Mother of Earth. When you feel like you're depleted, especially financially, when you feel like you've given all you could give, taking care of so many different people, carrying so many people, that even having material wealth is not satisfying to you, even feeling like your money's in order, it will still leave you feeling empty. That's when you know you are drained and you need to take a break. It's my mama bear pals. You also have the Seven of Fire, Endurance. So when you want to give up, when you feel like there's so much up against you and you just are like, I can't stand my ground anymore. I can't go any further. I feel like I've burnt the candle at both ends. That's when it's time for you to pull your energy back and take a break. And lastly, you have the Son of Earth reversed. When you feel like all of your efforts have been in vain, when you feel like you've been working very hard and not getting anything back for your labor, and you start to feel like nothing will ever grow, nothing will ever flourish for you, no opportunities will ever come in for you that will allow you to rest so that you don't have to work so hard, that's when you're feeling drained and you need to take a step back for a minute and go into your gestation period so that you can rejuvenate and regenerate. Okay? And last but not least, what will recharge your energy instantly is this hand mudra for inner sense. A lot of your work is on the inner. So it's very interesting that your card leading this pile would also be for inner sense. And it's letting me know also it has a little bit of a connection possibly to the throat chakra as well, the Ishvara Mudra. It's connected to the element of water, which also deals with the emotions. So it could also be connected to the heart chakra as well. It assists you with clarity, senses, and inner peace, reduces sensory overload, and aids assimilation of life experiences. I'm laughing because these are things that these cards have pretty much already told you. It assists you with abdominal breathing, calms the nervous system, supports the urinary and eliminatory system. So what you do is you bring the hands together and interlace the fingers on the outside with palms touching. Extend the pinky and index fingers straight out with the pads of the two fingers touching. Rest the forearms onto the belly with fingers pointing outward. Relax the shoulders down. Ooh, this is not an easy one. And your focus is inner sensing guides me to greater understanding. Inner sensing guides me to greater understanding. And that's what I got for you, my pal twos. I think this was a great, highly resonating reading. If you felt the same way, please give me a thumbs up. Remember, it's most important to subscribe to the channel if you're new here so that you can continue to see these readings if you like the way I read. And remember, check the description. It'll show you the other platforms you can find me on, as well as what workshops I may have coming up. And on that note, I'm sending you so much light and love, my twos. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this light tribe. And on that note, I'll be back with Pile 3. See y'all. Hey, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the hand mudra lightness and the sound of the crystal sound bowl. This is the Hamsi mudra and it will be read last. So I place that card to the side and let's move into your reading right away. So what attracts people to you initially, Lightworker? Wow. Maybe wearing some red when you want to attract in the energy of those who you want to support you, to work with you, or work, for you, or whatever that may be on a spiritual level. Wearing red will do you wonders. You're also very connected to the angel realm with Archangel Uriel coming through. So I am hearing people are attracted to you because you are very healing. Your energy is healing. You help people heal emotionally. And they also see that you are devoted to what you do, as well as many of you are devoted to the divine in the spirit realm. And that makes people feel safe. It makes them feel like you are human, And many of you that are in this pile are like earth angels, really. But by being able to really be connected to your human energy with this red root chakra, you are very grounded in this world, on this planet. And you really, really help people to integrate their experiences into how they live and who they are. You get a lot of people who are wounded emotionally, who feel unfulfilled, who feel like they're not sure what path they want to take spiritually or who they are even spiritually. Wow. All right. And also know that you have Archangel Uriel walking with you or flying, floating with you, however you visualize your angel guardians or guardian angels, sorry. And you have peace. Wow. And look at the human form. It's like you have an angel here and then a human. You are literally like a human earth angel. So people are also drawn to you because you vibrate and represent peace. Look at your chakras in alignment. You're connected. You are on a spiritual journey. You are balanced and clearing. So you make people feel very clear as to what your intent is. They feel like they can trust you. They feel like you are constantly on a journey. You're always growing. But in that same sense, you stay very balanced. With this feather here, it just gives me angelic energy as well as being pure of heart and really connected to the spirit realm as well as to humanity. You're attracting people who feel disconnected from who they are, from the world. They feel emotionally vulnerable and maybe unaware as to how to find peace emotionally, mentally, physically. You help people. People are attracted to you because you seem very much in alignment and grounded energetically. So let's see, how are you meant to help the people that are drawn to you? Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. Now, if you know me, you know I love me some dragon energy. So I'm hearing with Dragon's Horde, it's like there's so much prosperity ahead. And what you're meant to do is help people to see their birthright, to see the future as it can be or should be if they are able to heal. Now, for some reason, I'm drawn to the book for this card, and I wasn't drawn to the book for any other deck, but this one is making me feel there's another message here for you. Legacy and true riches. Okay. Yeah, it has to do with guarding the legacy for the future. What seeds will bear fruit after you're no longer here? So many of the other piles were really helping people to deal and stay within the present. Your pile, my threes, you're actually meant to have people heal and do the work now so that the future can benefit. It's like you're meant to help people heal generational wounds, is what I'm hearing. Creating a new legacy. Wow. Yeah. Know that the hoard does not belong to you. It belongs to our grandchildren. What is the inheritance that you wish to leave for tomorrow? You really help people to do the emotional healing, to get reconnected and balanced in who they are so that they can do the work now that will help generations to come. Wow. And it's because you are kind, or the spiritual work that you've done, or even luck, that you are able to give this gift. And there is work in the present. It's like you're realizing that what you're doing in the present, or you help people realize what they're doing now, is going to reflect on the future for those to come behind them. Is to let people realize, do the work now, because you are meant to be prosperous. You help them to see the end goal, and that helps them to be inspired to do the work. Wow, okay. I got some dope people attracted to my channel. All right, so what are your 3 main sacred gifts? I'm interested to find that out, my light workers. My 3s. So you have the family, and we just spoke about generational, right? Heredity, blood bonds, kindred spirits, ancestry, home life, community, intimate relationships, our human family. You are able to connect to everyone. You can connect to everyone. Doesn't matter what they believe, doesn't matter their nationality, doesn't matter their race, doesn't matter their financial background. You are able to not only connect to those you have blood connection to, but also to those that are kindred spirits. You are able to have, one of your sacred gifts is to create a home energy, a sacred space in your home that no matter what level of wealth your home is reflective of, the light and energy within it always feels prosperous, always feels intimate and beautiful. You're able to have a bond with everyone, all. You've had many lifetimes, I'm hearing too, my 3s, where maybe you've been able to experience every aspect of the human experience. That's deep. All right. You have innocence. Now look, with you being old as dirt, so wise, you also reflect a youthful innocence. And this is one of your sacred gifts. A trusting nature, originality, spontaneity, open-heartedness, simplicity, and the unexpected. One of your sacred gifts is that you have the ability to come up with ideas and creative things, just things to do that are going to be outside of the box, that many people will not expect, that maybe even ideas you won't even expect. To you, it's going to be like easy because this comes to you easily. It's like you have the spirit of someone who's been here a million times, but you have the energy of someone who is newly being born. And I do feel that you are someone who has come up through rough times, through rough environments, with this lotus flower being your womb, because lotuses grow in swampland and really uninviting environments, but they still blossom and bloom into something so beautiful, which is something that gives people hope in a spiritual sense. That's a gift you have, that you will trust. You will give people a chance. You're very spontaneous. You're open to experiencing new things. And that is a sacred gift, because there's many people who are old spirited who will not, who don't have the innocence of a child, who aren't open to new and creative ideas. And you seem to have a gift of being the one who pioneers these things. There's just a youthfulness about you, no matter how old you are. Okay. Sacred gift to be ageless. All right. And your third sacred gift is treading. Is that what that says? Treating? Treading. Okay. It might say treating. I'm sorry. Treating. And it says conduct self-awareness, proceed with caution and sensitivity, correct behavior, and act responsibly. And what I hear one of your sacred gifts, your third sacred gift is that you have the ability to know when you need to be careful. You are very protected to the point where you are very sensitive to the energies around you. You know when somebody or an environment is not the right one for you. You also are very self-aware to the extent where you are aware when you may be behaving out of line, not acting responsibly, being insensitive to others. By having this gift of treating, it keeps you on the good red path. That's interesting with red coming through, but it really keeps you on the good foot, the good path, because people see you as someone who is very self-aware, who conducts themselves a certain way and takes responsibility, owns their ish, but knows when it's like, okay, let's take our time here. This is something that needs to be handled with sensitivity and care. And you don't rush anybody, and you don't rush yourself into things. And if you are rushing forward to get away from what may seem like not so pleasant energy, you are doing it very focused. I don't know if you can see that this person is on a tightrope going across tumultuous seas, but they're focused. They know that there'll be an end. A tightrope can't exist without a beginning and an end. They know that eventually they'll be across and they will be back in calmer waters. It's just an inner knowing that you have too, this power. I feel an intuitive knowing as well. Wow. Okay, so what's uplifting about you to others? So you uplift people with serenity. Blue may be a color for you as well. I'm seeing that this deep blue makes me feel third eye, intuitive connection. It says exhale, surrender, radical acceptance, serenity out of exile. It's almost like what's uplifting about you to others is that you love yourself. You've accepted yourself, your flaws and all. You don't, to the point where you don't even see your flaws as a flaw. You've surrendered to who you are. Where most people are like holding their breath to see, what will people think of me? How will I fit into this world? What is my mission? You are exhaling. You've already surrendered and let go. You have the full moon here illuminating who you truly are. Nothing is hidden. You have found peace out of almost feeling like you've been outcasted. Like maybe there are many who cannot accept who you are in all of your regalness, but you have. And that uplifts people who feel outcasted, people who feel shunned, judged, alone. To see that there is peace in that there's peace in loving the self and accepting the self as you are. Wow. So let's see how you can know when you've been drained and when you need to reboot, my pal. 3s. So you have the Two of Air, inner peace reversed. Yeah. So pretty much when your inner peace feels all shattered, when you feel like you have choices that you need to make, you know what they are, but still in your heart and mind, you feel like you don't know what to do because you're afraid to make a move. And because of that reason, you do nothing, and your inner peace is shattered because you're not doing what you know you need to do. You could just be in a state of tired. You're just worn out, and you need to just step back from situations so that you can regain that inner peace, that balance. Also, you have grandfather reversed. When you feel spiritually disconnected, when you feel a disconnect from the divine, from your ancestors, from your guides, you need to reboot your energy. When you can no longer hear the messages, feel the support. And grandmother, wow. When you are feeling creatively blocked, when you feel like you have lost compassion, you've lost care, you don't really want to do anything, you resent having to take care of anyone other than yourself, it's time to reboot. Maybe take a break from your family, from children, from trying to push yourself so hard when it comes to work. Okay. So lastly, let's see what you can do to gain instant grounding and balance. Again, recharge your energy, and that is through using the hand mudra Hamsi for lightness. This mudra will help you with regaining positivity, playfulness, boom, boom, and lightness. So when you're feeling heavy, this mudra is perfect for you to re-energize. It directs breath and awareness into the upper chest, neck, and head. It releases tension from the jaw, instills a sense of laughter and play. It's thought to assist in removing obstacles from one's life, and it vibrates to the element of air. All you have to do is join the tips of the middle, ring, and pinky fingers with the thumb on each hand, okay? You can practice this mudra while walking, standing, seated, or reclining. It's best to practice Hamsi in the spirit of exploration to see what feels best for you. Okay? And your focus is, I move through life with lightness and joy. I move through life with lightness and joy. I move through life with lightness and joy. Perfect mudra for this group. I hope this resonated with you, my threes. If it did, give me a thumbs up. Remember, most important of all, subscribe to the channel so that I can continue to offer these services to you guys free of charge. And go to the description. It'll show you all the other platforms where you can find me, as well as let you know any workshops I have coming up and how to book a personal reading if you want one. And on that note, I'm sending y'all so much loving light energy. For those of you that were drawn here, this was the pile I was drawn to first. So hi. Write it in the comments if you were drawn to pile 3. I'm not saying what my second choice was, but yeah. I'm sending you all that light and love and good stuff that comes from being a part of this amazing light family here. Later, y'all. Hey, Pal 4. Welcome to your reading. Oh, jeez. You were drawn to the Ganesha Mudra for manifesting. And I will be reading this last, so it will stay over here for the endurance of this reading. Before I jump right in, let me take a sip of the tea. that my daughter was so kind to prepare for me. And let's go. So let's see what first attracts people to you. And I mean in a spiritual sense. Angels are watching over you. Supported, protected, loved, and encouraged. You give people the feeling that either angels are walking with you or that you are an angel. They feel supported by you, they feel protected with you, they feel loved, and they feel encouraged. You're going to find that you attract many people who feel deserted, as if they were just left to fend for themselves. People who feel very alone, neglected, and discouraged. These are the people that are going to be drawn to want to work with you because you give them a sense that they are not alone. Wow. You also have be the real you. You make people feel like from watching you that they are free to be their true selves unapologetically. So it says freedom, authenticity, uniqueness, and courage. This is what they see in you that they would like to see in themselves. Therefore, you're going to get a lot of people who often feel like they're followers or they conform to the norm, what they consider the norm, out of fear of showing who they truly are and what they truly believe. People who might be closeted with their real identity and feel trapped maybe in behind a mask. You help them find their true selves and be their true selves. Or rather, that's what is attractive of you to them. Maybe this is a part of your mission, since I said that. You help them to feel supported, protected, loved, encouraged, and free to stand in their truth unapologetically. Boom. So how are you meant to help them? Well, that was one of the, or two of the aspects. Let's see. What else? Woodwives, adaptability. And it's interesting. I'm doing this reading right around or a little bit after the fall solstice. And this gives me solstice energy of fall, like the equinox, like releasing of leaves, adapting to the changing seasons. I feel that you are meant to help these people to adapt to the things that come their way, to be able to transform like the butterfly and start anew, to regrow. Maybe you've lost all your leaves and you feel alone and they feel like they don't have anything, but being able to adapt to being without your leaves, even if it's just for a season, is something that you offer. You offer them the ability to be courageous and unique in that energy, adapting to who they are growing into, who they are meant to be, who they are becoming. Being able to adapt to new environments, new careers, new paths, new ideas without becoming afraid and feeling unsupported and discouraged, but realizing that life is a cycle. Many aspects of life are cycles as well, and being able to adapt to all of them, live your life or their lives according to seasons. Interesting. So let's see, what are your main 3 sacred gifts at this time? You have peace. Are some of y'all here with me from Pal 3? Because in Pal 3 I said I'm not going to say what my second choice was, but this was my second Pal I felt drawn to. And it's interesting because I believe the element of peace came up in Pal 3 as well. So it does show that it's a connection. Okay. If you didn't choose Pal 3, don't worry about it. Okay. That was for some. So it says, one of your sacred gifts is peace. And I do get that here with people feeling as if you're an angel almost watching over them, or you have angelic energy protecting you. You have a gift of bringing harmony, balance to an environment, an energy of peace. perfection, equipoise, a sense of well-being, favorable conditions, and expansion. You are able to go so far with your energy. You have the ability to affect people that you may not even come in direct contact with by maybe affecting something else. For example, like say you are into helping the environment and maybe you do some work with water. You might not even meet the people who benefit from it, but your sacred gift is the ability to expand your reach in ways that you probably don't even realize. You bring a sense of peace and well-being and perfection and a harmony to environments that you're in. And that's a gift. That means you can walk into a space that is filled with chaos and bring people a sense that everything's going to be okay. People will look at you and say, well, that person over there is here. Power 4 is here, so I think everything's going to be all right. You know? All right. You also have excess. Whew, you are able to carry a lot. Stress, overload, exhaustion, obsessiveness, gluttony, burdens, worries, the breaking point. Things that would break other people, things that would make other people greedy, and obsessive and worried and stressed out and exhausted, you're able to carry with ease. Sometimes this could be to your own detriment. You take on a lot of other people's responsibilities or burdens. You take on the feelings and experiences of other people a lot of times. And you have to watch that because it's a sacred gift that you can work in such excessive conditions. But it's also letting you know that everyone has a breaking point. Okay? Even earth angels. Okay? So you have to know that, well, pay attention to the cards that tell you to know how to know when your energy is drained, because where you're able to take on a lot of different energy at one time, you also have to know when it's time for you to say, okay, enough. And you have holding together. You are a very good leader. You're able to bring groups of people together to do spiritual work. Union, cooperation, solidarity, membership, teamwork, participation, making a choice. Through you, one of your sacred gifts is that you can bring many different people together to do a common, to achieve a common goal and still maintain their solidarity, who they each are as individuals. You're able to help people to cooperate and coexist to a point where they can all make a common choice about something without everyone going in 50 different directions. You are able to hold people together in union, which is the foundation for a great leader, especially if you want to do group work and lead groups in any way or companies. So, what is uplifting about you to others? What is holy? What is true? People see you as like a holy energy. Appreciation, witnessing the unmerited gift of grace. I'm going to go to the book for this one. This card is giving me some really special energy. It's making me feel like shades of blue and yellow will really do wonders for you as well. If you're around people and you want to uplift the energy of a space or of people, wearing yellow or even these like ocean blue colors is really helpful with that. But let me read to you exactly what is also being said about this card and how you are uplifting the others. So the key concepts about this card is recognizing the sacred quality of life, having appreciation for it, witnessing the unmerited gift of grace and miracles. So perhaps you make people feel like they're experiencing things that are miraculous, and that you are just really able to help them to recognize the sacredness of the whole, of the universe. It's like people feel your entire being resonates with the sacred knowing that you are in the right place. You stand in a place of witnessing, of being present, and in deep appreciation. And this seems to happen effortlessly for you, like you practice daily gratitude, and you choose to see the world and everything in it as a sacred gift from the divine. When you are so connected to spirit, you see through the lens of spirit, and miracles are easy to spot. Even the tiniest ones sparkle in your eyes as great and valuable gifts. You're able to help people to see and recognize and acknowledge their little accomplishments, the small things, the gifts that come to them that they might not even realize are miracles. Right now, Spirit wants you to know this, because I'm being directed to read it verbatim. Know that whatever is moving through your life is an essential part of your destiny. Be present and be grateful, for this is holy and this is true and in perfect divine form. You are in an auspicious place, and you can be assured that all is well. And I also feel that this is an energy you give to others, that all is well. That's how you uplift them, to see the good around them. So relinquish the focus and need for more on the outside. Turn inward. Appreciation and reverence for the divine is all you need. Be open to receive your blessings. This was a message for you, but also lets you know how you make others feel. You remind them to open to receive their blessings and stay in connection with the divine. And I do feel some people feel you have a holy energy about you. Wow. So let's see how you can know when your energy is drained or being drained, and you need to reboot, recharge, or maybe even pull your energy back from people. You have the Three of Air, doubt, reversed. When you feel like you need a moment to heal from some heartache. Now, reverse, it does feel like when you're going through the healing process, not necessarily when you've been heartbroken. I think you already know that. But when you need time to heal from a disappointment that comes from someone communicating something that is very disheartening to you, you need to pull your energy back. And I'm also hearing people who tend to not care about your emotions. When you are around these type of people who are constantly saying things, I'm hearing say, because swords is the air and swords are communication. And I just feel when people say things to you with no regard for what you may be going through or what you could be feeling or thinking, that's when you need to pull your energy back. When they put you in a space where you're unsure and you're doubting yourself. And I feel my pile force, there may be folks who do it intentionally. Okay. You also have Three of Fire, integrity. That's interesting that I said some of you may have come from pile 3, and now we're getting these threes here. Three of Fire, integrity. When you are working or waiting on a goal, something that you have worked for, something that you know is coming in, and maybe there's an energy that wants to make you feel like you need to give it up, you need to doubt that that's ever going to manifest, pull your energy back from those people and those environments. For you, Power 4, I'm getting a lot of messages about when to pull your energy back before it's drained. Okay, because I do feel you have a very good sense of when you are drained, when you need to reboot and recharge. But what you have difficulty with is knowing when it's happening and when to walk away. When you are focused in on something you have been cultivating and you want to see it through to its fruition, pull your energy back, okay? And focus on waiting for that harvest, all right? It doesn't mean you have to cut off the world. It just means you're reserving or conserving some energy for yourself and what is ahead. And you have 2 of fire, will. So I'm also hearing when you are driven towards something, it's a lot with not allowing people to try to deter you from goals, from making something happen, from being in a matching vibration to what it is you want to manifest, is when you have to pull your energy back. A lot of times, if you have things you're passionate about that you want to go towards, don't share that information with everybody. There's a need for you to pull back, focus in completely on what it is you are working on. I want to say manifest, and it's interesting because you have manifesting as your mudra card, but I'm really hearing people like to get in the way of your manifesting, of you receiving. I'm also hearing traveling as well. It's like people don't want to see you expand. Those that are not in the light energy don't want to see you expand your reach. And when you are in environments or around people who make you feel that way, pull your energy back, because what they'll do is they'll drain you of your energy till you don't have the energy to focus on what it is you want to do or where you want to go. And then when you pull your energy back from your passions, then they'll hit you with something that will hurt you to the point where you doubt yourself and you won't pursue the things you're meant to pursue. You see the storm and the sun coming up? You're meant to pursue your passions, the things you feel called to, and not allow anyone to drain you or sit in your light and energy with the desire to claim it for themselves. That's what I'm hearing too. A lot of people would like to almost replicate you. I'm hearing. Take aspects of you for them. Some people may do it without realizing, but I am hearing that many do it consciously. They're conscious of it. They may not admit it, but they're conscious of what they're doing. So the moment someone's saying something that makes you feel doubtful of yourself, or you feel like you have to heal from the things they've done and said, pull it back. Okay? Pull your energy back. So lastly, my 4s. Let's see what will recharge your energy instantly. And that is the mudra Ganesha for manifesting. And these fingers look like, oh my. That's why I was a little hesitant when I was drawn to this pile, because I said, oh, this is also the pile of the sound of the hand drum. Okay, so the Ganesha Mudra assists you with inner light, which we see here. We see it there. Focus and confidence. It directs breath to heart, chest, and ribs. It assists the digestive and immune systems, awakens and uplifts energy, promotes confidence and courage, evokes the qualities of universal protection and clear direction. Boom. And it vibrates to the element of fire, which shows with all these 3 of fire, 2 of fire coming through for you. So the way we do this mudra is you bring the palms together with fingers pointing upward, interlaced. Extend the middle fingers forward. Wrap the index finger around them. Oh my. Align the thumbs side by side, softly touching the middle fingers. Wow. Ugh, shoot. Don't laugh at me, y'all. I can't do it. All right. Hold the mudra in front of your solar plexus, which is right beneath the rib cage and above the belly button. Fingers pointing outward. Relax your shoulders if you can. Let me look at that. Am I doing that right? Because these people's fingers are flexible. Like, my fingers are not going to do that. but I guess that's the intention. Sheesh. That's the best I could do. I guess it gets better the more you practice it. Okay. But your focus is, as I manifest my desires, I am fully protected. As I manifest my desires, I am fully protected. As I manifest my desires, I am fully protected. That's what I got for you, my fours. I hope this resonated with you deeply. If it did, give it a thumbs up. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel, okay? We are almost at my goal number for 2024, which was 1,000 subscribers. We are only about 449 subscribers away. Join us and be one of those numbers that takes us to that goal. My real end goal, and I wouldn't say end, but the beginning. See, the beginning is the 1,000 light workers, but 1 million light workers. Oh my God, if I hit 1 million light workers, y'all, I will feel like, no, I'm scared the divine might come and take me and say, your work here is done. But that's where I would love to see this channel go. Remember to check the description for other ways that we can vibe. Look at the other platforms you may find me on, workshops I have available, as well as how you can book a personal session with me. And I'm sending you so much light and love in your journeys. Peace, blessings, and all the amazing things that come from being a part of this light tribe. Now I'll be back with Pal 5. See y'all. Hey, Pal 5. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the card Balance, which is a Samukha Mudra, and the element of ether, space element, the Akasha. I'll read these last, so they will stay over here during your read, and let's jump right in, okay? So, what attracts people to you spiritually? Wow. Look at all the angels around you and ancestors. Wise decisions. Accurate, brilliant, organized, validated. People feel like you seem to just make the right choices in life. Like you're like so guided and so supported by your ancestors that they just feel like this person here, I know if I'm around them or I'm listening to what they're telling me, they're going to help me to make good choices. People who feel like they don't know enough, who often second guess themselves or feel they're overlooked, maybe even feel like their lives are in a disarray, will be attracted to you. You also have Haniel, Archangel energy coming through. So many of you today have been connected to archangels. You have the color silver. So silver, and I was going to say deep purple, are colors for you to wear when you want to not only get into spiritual alignment, but also connect to others. Okay? You have goddess, psychic and sacred and proud. People are really attracted to your energy. You give off a regal energy, like you are a god or a goddess. They see that you are very highly intuitive. There's something sacred about you. You know, your energy is very proud, but it doesn't come off arrogant. And so a lot of people want to be in that same light. You may also have a strong connection to the moon and the lunar cycles. So you might want to check out my lunar reads when they come through. They'll be very helpful to you. You're going to find people drawn to you who feel like they don't exude any type of goddess, regal energy. They feel very ordinary, like their energy's blocked. We got disarray and disheveled. So people really feel like they're just a mess. And maybe not proud of themselves, embarrassed about things that have to do with their appearance, their mindset, setbacks in life. You draw them in because they want to be able to make the choices for themselves and be sure about these choices moving forward. They want to have that inner knowing, that intuitive connection to the divine. They want to feel divine and be proud of themselves. Let me take a sip of tea, and we're going to take a look at how you are meant to exactly help the people who are drawn to you. But that's also how you help them, okay? Horseman, herald of change. Wow. You're meant to help people by letting them know that nothing is set in stone. They are free, they have free will, and they can always bring in newness. Now, for you, perhaps you're that symbol of change. When you work with people or around people, help people, friends with people, the energy you bring in is one that lets them know things are about to get shooken up. And I'm going to shift the energy, pretty much, is your vibe. I'm coming in here, I'm shifting this energy and letting you know that things are not stuck the way you might think they are, that you always are free to bring in change and to make changes in your life where you see fit. Nothing is a mistake, it's a lesson. You did that, it was a mistake in the moment, but you learned from it. It's only a mistake if you didn't learn anything. If you learned from it and now you're like, okay, I'm going to do it differently this time, or I'll never do that way again, then it's no longer a mistake. It's a learning stepping stool for you to move forward and elevate from. And that's what you're meant to show people, that they are not stuck in choices they made in the past. You are the one who frees people from the past and show them that they don't have to be ashamed of it, that they are who they are because of their past, and they should be proud of that and be open to continue to do the work on themselves to make changes in their lives, so that they have the lives that they truly deserve to live or that they desire to live. Wow. So, your 3 sacred gifts. 3 main sacred gifts, my 5s. You have the taming power of the great. Self-discipline, concentration, strengthen your character from within, self-awareness, and realizing potential. That is reiterated to me all that I just said. You have a sacred gift of seeing potential, seeing where something can be changed and made even more better than it was. You learned how to work on yourself from within, not blaming people around you or elements around you, but really focusing on yourself, self-disciplining yourself, being aware of the part you play in your life path. And from that, your sacred gift has opened up the doors to so much opportunity for you to grow and to reach your highest potential in this lifetime. You also have discipline. You are like the king or queen of discipline, of really being able to say, I'm not doing that anymore. That's not good for me. I'm not going to be around that anymore. That's not good for me. And really staying on that path. So you have the sacred gift to exert authority as well, not just for others, but also for yourself. Define it's time to take the bull by the horns, create a strategy, and mobilize forces. You know how to plan something and see it through. You are someone who can focus on something no matter what is going on around you or within you, and really make your mark. You're definitely a great leader, okay? Someone who can create strategies, who can authorize and hand out responsibilities and still not drop the sword. Still stay focused and direct in communication as well as movement. And you have gathering together. Wow. You're another one. We had another pile that was very good at bringing people together. Gathering together, massing, converging, unifying, assembling, combining forces. The sum is greater than the parts. For you, I feel you have a gift at coming together with others, and not just others. I'm here also with the elements, maybe even nature, and really being able to reap the medicinal aspects of it, of combining your energy with the energy of these forces or other people, and realizing that coming together with these forces is actually a strength that actually makes you stronger and better able to make the moves that you want to make, which is like mobilizing your forces. You have the sacred gift of convergence. Wow. All right. So what's uplifting about you to others? My fives, you have enough for now and always. What's uplifting about you to others is that you help them to realize that you are enough, that they are enough. Worthiness, faith in needs being met. And even to be grateful with what they are experiencing or having now, knowing that what they have right now is enough. What they have tomorrow is enough. Knowing that who they are right now is enough, that they are worthy, that they only need to keep faith and know that they are worthy of all they want. Activating that throat chakra, speaking and communicating what it is you want. Activating that third eye and intuitively connecting to the divine or your guides. And knowing through that inner connection that you're heard and what you desire is already yours. This is how you uplift others. They truly feel that they are enough when they are with you or around you. You give them a feeling of playing a part in things, in being worthy. It's like almost like that convergence energy of gathering together and making everyone feel that they are very important to the whole, that even if one of them left the whole, that it would throw everything off. You let people see their worth, and through that they are uplifted. So, my fives, let's see how you will realize if your energy is drained and it's time to reboot and recharge it. Ace of Fire. When you are no longer feeling passionate about something, when you are over the top. See, it can be two extremes for you. Either you are over the top focused on something you're passionate about coming in, that new beginning, that fresh new feeling of something that you really want coming in. Or when you just lost that thrill for something that gave you that feeling. It's like, it could mean your energy's being drained. Because when it's the Ace of Fire, it means it's something that sparked your passion, that had you excited, that felt good to you. But if it's draining, then it's like either it's too much for you at this time and you need to really pull your energy back, or it's not exactly what you thought it would be. And that's why it's no longer sparking that passion anymore. You also have Daughter of Air. When you feel as if you cannot speak your truth, or when you feel you want to speak your truth in ways that could be over the top, blunt, and harmful to others, that's when you know that your energy is getting drained, because you just don't have the energy to be mindful. You're just going to say whatever. Maybe even not tell the full truth could show you're being drained. Maybe because it's draining to have to deal with the aftermath of telling people the real deal. And also when you are shut off from hearing the truth, when it's presented to you, like you respond in ways that are like annoyed or bothered by people who come to you with the truth or their truth even. You need to pull back and recharge. And lastly, the 10 of air, negative thinking. When you just feel like everyone's out to get you. When you just feel like you ain't got nothing else to give. When you feel like everyone around you is betraying you, deceitful, or you can't move past feelings of having been betrayed or deceived in the past. It's time to pull that energy back and it's really time for you to reboot and recharge your energy. So how do you do that? What can help you instantly recharge and reboot? That takes us to your mudras. So you have the mudra of balance, literally meant to help you restore balance, the Sumukha mudra. But you're also connected, both of these connect you to the energy of space, the element of ether, the Akasha. So this isn't going to give you mudras. This card is going to give you some yoga positions to use. So I'm going to read those first. The half shoulder stand, the fish pose. Oh my God. When I first started taking yoga many, many years ago, I had to be like 18, 19 years old. We would do the fish pose and I struggled with it. And I never figured I was in a class full of elders who thought it was very funny that the youngest person in the class was unable to do the fish pose. And also legs up the wall. You can Google those if you need to see visuals of what they all are. The element of ether, space, connects you to the sensory organ of hearing. And that's very interesting. With this have been a hearing choose a pile. This pile was drawn to the angel bells. And so, yeah. So your hearing senses are very in tune, and probably how you get a lot of your downloads. You probably hear messages. Don't think it's just like in your head. It's also connecting you to the energy center of the throat chakra and beyond. And I did say the throat here, and a lot with communicating and speaking that truth. It rules, this element rules the throat, the neck, the endocrine system, the thyroid, and the pineal gland, which is your third eye area of your brain. Symbols for ether are stars, the full moon, circles, reflections of light, and constellations. And the qualities are liberation, expansion, awareness, purification, and consciousness. Deep purple got to be your color for this pile. All right. And with the Samukha Mudra for balance, it assists you with unification, clarity, and equilibrium. It balances the right and left side of the body, improves mental clarity, activates the pituitary gland, heightens awareness of all senses, activates self-healing abilities, and builds concentration. Wow. So instructions. Join the tips of all fingers on each hand. Touch the two hands together at the fingertips. Hold the mudra slightly away from the body in front of your solar plexus center, which is the chakra located beneath your rib cage and above the belly button. Relax your elbows and shoulders downward. Lengthen the spine. And your focus, all of my senses align for perfect clarity and balance. All of my senses align for perfect clarity and balance. All of my senses align for perfect clarity and balance. And that's what I got for you, my Pal Fives. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. Most important of all, remember to subscribe if you're new here. We want to reach 1,000 light workers by the end of this year. If possible, 1 million in the next year. I want to be open to any possibilities. And remember, check my description. It'll tell you workshops I got going on, how you can book a personal session with me, as well as other platforms you can find me on. And on that note, I'm sending y'all so much light and love on your journey. Don't forget, if you didn't watch the video, 5 healing rituals that will help you regain balance as a light worker and empath, do so now. It will do wonders for your energy throughout the rest of the day or even your week. Peace, blessings, and may you have all the good things that come from being a part of this light tribe. Love you guys. Thanks for being with me. Bye.